Then let's get to the Sunday night game, boys. Lions versus Rams, the Matthew Stafford homecoming game. Lions are 3-point favorites. The total's 51.5, 6 p.m. on NBC Mountain Time. This is the first home playoff game in Detroit since 1993.
Wild.
And the times have been good in the state of Michigan. Michigan winning the national championship. Stafford's coming back. And frankly, it's the right choice as to why this is the Sunday night game.
Hey, the Pistons won a game a week ago.
True.
The Pistons won a game
They're only
Michigan
3-33 now.
Michigan's basketball team is one loss closer to Juwan Howard's ass getting out of there. Vibes are high in the state of Michigan. But all those things I just said, though, how does Detroit handle this? How do they come out? Because this is still a fairly young team. They still have some lines in them where they come out a little bit emotional. How they need to keep their emotions in check, stay poised, and not let all the hoopla around it, all the lights that have been brought on them, which is well deserved. They've done a tremendous job. But they can't let that get to them, because once that ball kicks off, it is just any old football game that you were playing in your backyard since you were 6 years old. They need to keep that, and because you've seen it at times where these young teams, they come out all juiced up, and then they get a turnover, and then just snowballs, and they get the doors blown off them. This is going to be a game of pass rushes. Can the Detroit pass rush get to Stafford? How will the Rams get pressure on Jared Goff, a guy that they know very well? I fully expect them to not let Jared Goff get into a play action game where the Lions are a balanced attack. They want to get it to a drop back pass game where that pass rush can tee off and they just can start hitting them in the mouth. I think the total is 51.5. But I think these defenses are going to show up. I think there's going to be a lot of nervous energy in the building too. So if I said the Cowboys game is going to be an over, I like this game to be an under for this week. But I'll let you guys go, and then we'll bring her back with our predictions.
Well, everyone's talking about how Stafford's going back to Detroit. A lot of people are missing the point. Goff's playing his former team that gave up on it too. This is definitely a two-sided thing here. This is like one of the bigger matchups, I feel like, in recent time.
It's the best game of the weekend.
It is.
Yes.
It really is. Just the stories, everything out of it is incredible. But the Lions defense has to play better. Like Dylan, you said, they need to. You think they're going to show up? They've given up 800 yards to Nick Mullins in 2 games. Like, not saying the Rams are going to go out there and just light it up, because they actually believe in the run game, unlike the Vikings, and they have a good running back in Kyren Williams. So like they can do both. But yeah, who's going to turn it over, and what defensive line is going to step up? Like you mentioned, can Aiden Hutchinson make a big play? Can Aaron Donald make a couple big plays? Like, that's what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to the quarterbacks in a way, I guess. But really, whatever defense picks it up better is going to be able to walk away.
Well, yeah, and guys, one aspect of this Rams teams this year that no one's talking about is low key, like how stingy their run defense is. Teams do not run the ball on the Rams at all this year. They have yet to give up a 100-yard rusher. The best performer of the year was DeAndre Swift. I think I saw he had 17 carries for 77 yards.
Sounds about right.
If the Lions can't get the run game going and they can't get the play action where Goff is comfortable and he's on the move, it could be a long game, for the Lions. That's the key right there. And another thing for me, who's going to be the Lions' number 2 if Sam Laporta can't play? Because if he's out and Raheem Morris is going to double team Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's going to step up to be that second guy to get the Lions some juice? It's going to be Jameson Williams. It's going to be Josh Reynolds. Who's it going to be? Are they going to be able to take some deep shots down the field that they don't have with Laporta not being there? Is it going to be Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield in the passing game? That's the one thing I want to know. Bless you, Dylan.
Excuse me.
And then also, if I'm the Rams and I'm Sean McVay, I am letting Stafford light this puppy up. Ethan mentioned how bad the Lions secondary is. I know Chauncey Gardner-Johnson just came back from injury, this last week, but with Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, thank you, and the concepts that McVay can have, I'm going to make this Lions secondary communicate and try to cover these guys, and I just don't know if they can. And I have Stafford. If you ask me, who is a Hall of Fame quarterback, he's going back home, indoors, climate-controlled weather. I'm letting him air it out. And then once they get those deep shots going, and Aaron Glenn has to sit back and maybe play a little cover two, then you get the running game going with Kyron Williams, like you said, Ethan, there. So I look for McVay and Stafford to come out and just chuck it all over the place. And if Laporta can't go and the Lions can't get the run game going, and it doesn't let Jared Goff get comfortable, that's a big problem in this game. And this is going to be some dookie game. There's going to be someone's going to muff a punt, or someone's going to run into his teammate on a punt, like the Iowa State game from a couple years ago. It's Sunday night, like last year on Sunday night. Hundley was trying to reach over for the end zone.
Right.
The ball got blocked out. Sam Hubbard takes it back. There's going to be a play like that in this game that happens, that changes. I just know that's what it's going to happen, and I'm excited for this game.
And I'll start with the predictions here. Like I said, I think, and all you guys all said too, it's going to be a funky game. Could be weird things that are going to happen. I think this game is going to come down. This game may come down to the whoever has the ball last. And I think the Lions are going to get the ball last, and they're going to go down. They're going to kick a field goal and win 17-16.
Wow. I just can't see this Lions defense being able to hold Stafford to really anything under like 24 or so. But I'm going Rams 30-23. He still owns Detroit.
Yeah, guys, I don't know if this Lions running game is going to be able to get going. And I do think even if Laporta plays with that hyperextended knee and a bone bruise, it's going to slow him down. It's going to aggravate him. I think the Lions are going to be out of sync. And Stafford, he's been there. He's done that, especially with Cooper, calm, cool, collected, Sean McVay, with these concepts that's going to confuse the Lions secondary. Give me the Rams 29-24.